Hey up, from Road Racing DP here again. Now I've had a bit of a sleep since my night awake with toothache and doing quite a long live stream. And Kev187's annoyed me. He's gone and beat my time in time trial around Donington. So I'm going to have to go and see if I can beat his. Well, he's beat one of my times that I know of in the touring car class. The limited edition car is the fastest car, but I haven't got it, so it's sort of a race for the standard car title, and the Sierra Cosworth being the faster car. Although I am going to do that, but I'm going to try and see what I can do with the Ariel Atom first. In the road car class, I just need to quickly change some of my settings here so as it goes onto the PlayStation screen for you. I just have to wait a moment while I sort these settings out. Really, I should have done it before I started streaming, but I forgot that I'd changed the audio settings. And also want to just make sure, I do want to just check something. Bit boring this, I know, but there you go. Okay, now let's sort the last thing out. There we go. Right, so I am going to go on to time trial, continuing my Donington Park time trial challenge. Basically, I'm determined to try and get onto the top step in as many of the classes as I can. That's my intention anyway. So I will go into the road car class. I mean, I could go, what I did on one of my early videos was doing 10 laps in each class, just trying to see how I did and how I get on. But I'm actually going to now focus more on the one car on the one track, rather than trying to go through a lot of them. The reason for that is sometimes in the time trial you do need to give yourself a bit of track time. Now you see that I've got assists on, but that is only for the Ariel Atom. And I've shown a few times it is a right pain in the backside driving the Ariel Atom. Let's have a quick look at the touring car class. As you can see, it's all the Mercedes DTMs. I'll go down, see where Kev got to, see what we'll have to beat a little later on. Keep going. If I remember rightly, sort of in the 80s and 90s. Oh, well, there's me, and yeah, Kev's 97, I'm 100, so I've got about a second to find there, but when I did my time I was very, very tired. Like I say, we're going to focus on the road car and the Ariel Atom. As you can see there, I'm already on a 127.8, so I'm not far off. I mean, I do wonder whether perhaps some of these other cars could actually do it. Let's see, top speeds 185 of the Ariel Atom, 207 for the Audi R8. I haven't driven any of these cars. I've literally just looked at what the people have used to get up to the top and see if I could match it, which I have in the Ariel Atom. I am tempted to go and use a different car in it. I did try using the Gumpert. I didn't get on with that on no assists, but I never did try it with assists on. Oh, McLaren P1 900 brake horse. Go on then, we'll give that a quick try. I haven't driven this yet, so I've no idea. I've no idea what this will be like around here. I mean, I know what the Ariel Atom's like, I haven't driven this around here, so let's go and find out. I mean, 900 brake, it's obviously going to have a hell of a lot of power and a lot of speed. Question is it going to be able to steer? Because if it can't, it's just bloody useless. But we shall soon see. Now, we'll be doing time trial for a little while, and then I will be going into some races. Don't know yet whether it'll be just me doing single player races, or whether I'll go and get a few friends into a multiplayer race. We shall have to wait and see. This appears to be a hybrid with a KERS system. Is it automatic KERS or is it on a button? It looks like it may be automatic KERS. Oh, it's got DRS as well. Okay. Well, that's going to make it a little more tricky, but potential is there for more speed. I would not have expected this car to have DRS, but it has. Whoa! It's also got a nasty bite to it. Oh, got damage, I believe. Let's go and get on the tarmac and see how it's steering. No, it's alright. I have to hold the DRS with this one, or not. Okay. I've either got a dodgy button, or... Okay, I'm pressing it and it's flicking on and off. So let's get the rear view on. Let's see how this DRS is working. Okay, so I can hold it. But then when I was going down the main straight at one point, it did stay on its own. Okay, so let's then see if KERS is on the button. Okay, that's an interesting one. I've pressed it and hold it, it seemed to flash for a moment and then not discharge. Okay, that's odd. And then all on its own it's just gone down a little bit, which kind of hints at it perhaps being automatic, but it could be a bit like an LMP1 car where you can perhaps only use it when you are full throttle. We're full throttle now, but it's not using any of it. And then it's used on its own. Okay, that's a weird KERS system, because either it just so happens that I'm pressing the button at the same time that it's going down a bit, or it does work on the button but is also automatic. So it's gone down a little bit on its own there, and again. Okay, interesting. But that the confusion with this car may explain a little bit why people have not been using it for the time trials. So anyway, oh no. Right, anyway, we'll try and see what kind of lap time this car can do. Ooh, didn't like DRS being open that early then. Now, I would be surprised if the Ariel Atom is faster than this car. I mean, I do know the Ariel Atom is very light, supposedly handles very well, and has got quite a bit of power. But this has got a hell of a lot of power. Doesn't like going down there with the DRS open, but at least with this you can, I suppose, open it, close it, open it, close it quite easily. It is quite a twitchy car, this. And that is with assists on. And I don't usually use assists, but I was going to go in the Ariel Atom, and in that one it is a much better car with assists on. Come back, come back. Oh, you swine. Way too sideways on entry then. Well, it would appear that this car is slower than the Ariel Atom. So although it's got more power, the heavier car is making it a bit slower. It does feel quite a nice car to drive though. Albeit a little bit tail happy, but you'd expect that from a car that's got 900 brake horse. out of curves now, but we'll see what we can get on this last lap anyway. Ooh, that'd be nothing then. Okay, let's go and jump back into the aerial atom. I mean, I've not driven that McLaren before. It doesn't seem too bad a car, albeit a little bit sideways. So we'll go and see what we can do now in this. Now I have had a few invites from my friends already. Alright Marty, how you doing? Ooh. Okay, so I'm going to try and looking to beat my previous best lap. If I can beat my previous best lap by 2 tenths, I top the leaderboard in the road cars. Now, having driven that McLaren and now coming into this aerial atom, it's quite interesting because previously I've come into this aerial atom and felt that it's all over the place, but having driven the McLaren first and then coming into this now feels like it's got more grip. Now, okay, yes, I got the assists on, which is going to make it feel like more grip, but there we go. So it's going to take me a lap or two to get warmed up to full speed in this car again. But hopefully I can do it. You need a setup for the GT3 Rough. Really? I mean, okay, I know you're on a pad. The GT3 Rough is one of the cars that really I would have said handles better than most in the game. Although there may be a little bit of a trick to driving it. I know the bigger Porsche is a bit tricky. Now, one thing I did notice driving the Porsche GT3 was that yes, it does handle very, very nice, but only if you drive it a certain way. If you try pushing it really, really hard and deep into the braking zones, it doesn't like it so much. But if you take it a little more gentle on the braking zones, give it time to get slowed down, it is a phenomenal car. But it's nowhere near as fast as some of the other cars in the class. For example, the Zonda R. And to put into perspective, in the GT class around here, in the time trial, I went in the GT3 Porsche and felt like I was doing brilliant laps. The laps were perfect, pretty much, but the lap time wasn't. I jumped into the Zonda and on a cruising out lap I went faster than I did in the Porsche. Excuse me. I'm getting lots of chat invitations off friends at the moment. They all probably just want to get in on the live stream. Either that or they want to tell me something. Either way, I apologise, but I'm going to ignore them for a moment. I do want to see if I can beat my time on here. Okay, we've had a few laps warm up. Let's see if we can actually get focused. Too wide. Off the grass, no. Oh, bye-bye, cone. Oh, hello, cone. You can get rid of that. He's still there. There we go, he's gone. Don't go wide, you sod. Well, I'm a second up on this lap, but I've still got a couple of seconds to find again. I won't do it missing the apex by that much. Oh, looking at the timing screen now. The car is sounding a little bit rattly. I know it does that anyway, but it also does mean it could be a little bit of damage on the car. I mean, there isn't any kind of damage meter on this that I've seen. I'll keep getting messages and invites and chat requests. If they're watching this, I'm just trying to wake myself up, guys, in a bit of time trial. I'll join soon. Back tyre being red does show that I'm pushing it hard. That's my excuse anyway. But the back tyre is red because of the hairpin, I would guess, are really hard on the throttle around there. Oh, I had a big wiggle under the brakes then. Oh, too much curb. Ah, and that's the gravel. Now it'll have damage. Right. Let's restart that. Alright, Neo, how you doing? I'll tell you what, let's see, I'll just have a look at these messages. Yes, Marty, when I join my mates, if there's room, I'll invite you in. The suspension being soft on the GT3, which track are you on? Nürburgring Grand Prix circuit or the Nordschleife? There we go, couldn't keep up with the Zondas. What do you mean? The computer cars in the same cars. With the Aston. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll come out of here. And I'll just try and show you. Like I say, you'll probably find that it's not necessarily anything you can do with the setup that's going to help you win that race, because you're in a Porsche GT3, and the Aston Martin is quite quick. Yeah, even against online players. And I'll show you, I'll try and give you an example. Okay, Nürburgring GP. I'll go and jump in the rough. Excuse me. So the rough RGT8 GT3, yeah? You like that then, Neo? I tell you, I did that at about 7 o'clock this morning. I've been up all night. I was absolutely knackered, but I did enjoy doing that. It's a cracking video. And for anyone that's watching this, if you do want to see an interesting video, check out my YouTube channel, Front Row Racing DP. I do a lap of the Nordschleife and LMP1 car on in-car view. It's absolutely brilliant. It's not the most perfect lap or the most fastest, but it's a very enjoyable lap and enjoyable video, I think. Okay, so we'll have a look at this Porsche round here. I won't do anything to the setup or anything like that. Now obviously you use a controller, so it is going to be a little bit different, but on a controller I do know at times people are more tempted to drive very, very aggressively. Now I've not driven this car around this track, so I've no idea exactly how it's going to handle, but we will see. And thinking about it, I have got assists on, and usually I wouldn't use assists in this car because it's not a car that does need it. I mean, this car does handle very, very nicely. I mean, with the assists off, you can be much more aggressive on the throttle, but you'll see there, try braking late, or maybe a tiny bit late, and I'm missing the apex of the corner. It's one of the things with this car. Yes, it's got lots of grip, lots of handling, but if you push it too hard, it just can't make the corners. You can go down the gears quite aggressively on it, but if you brake, well, I'd say if you brake at the normal place for fast cars, I find it doesn't really. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to take these assists off. I mean, with the suspension round here, to be honest, you do want a kind of softish suspension because of the nature of the track and some of the curbs. If you go too stiff with the suspension around turn 1, the car will just bottom out and you'll lose control. Also, the final chicane, yeah, you have to be careful there. Okay, let's knock them off. I'll go back in. Now, I don't mind the back end sliding on this car a little bit, but I have found, I drove the Ariel Atom round here this morning, and I was hitting the brakes into turn 1, and it was sending me into a drift that I was able to hold around turn 1 and carry on. But that was only after I'd played about with the setups. Now, something I did learn last night, which may help you with this, it's a big secret which I recently found out. I will go very aggressive, especially into turn 1 on the brakes, and if it has the problem like say the Formula A does, then I may have an idea of how to solve it. But like I say, this car's, it's a bit of an odd one because you kind of have to get the best out of it, you kind of have to be a little bit patient in some of the braking zones and around some of the corners. So instead of being very aggressive on your throttle, just give it a moment to get into the corner, and then you can be very aggressive on the way out. Now, the times I have driven this, I have noticed you can be very aggressive with the downshifts, although I can't remember if I've ever tried thrashing it down into first gear. Like for example this corner, it's tempting to try and throttle all the way around it. You've got to be a little bit patient and then you can power out. But we'll see how it gets on at this chicane in turn 1. Not a problem. The setups are very confusing on here. Okay, is that what's been happening? That spin there. I mean, the setups are very confusing, but if it is that particular spin that you have, we can solve that very, very simply. Okay, that spin there was caused by two things. One, I was way too late on the brakes, which meant I had to brake really, really hard. I also had to go very fast down the gears, which meant when I put it into first gear, it span out. Now in the Formula A last night, or this morning it was, I did learn something. Because I was trying to work out how to get the bloody car to stop spinning when you go down to second gear in the Formula A, and I sussed it out, and it'll probably work here as well. We'll find out. Now you're thinking about the setups and all that, like it's all really confusing. Well, to be honest, if you've got a car that's doing this, like I say, try and just brake a bit earlier. If that means you get overtaken into the corner, then so be it. At least you get round the corner and you can be faster out of it. Yeah, if you are on the brakes too long, especially down in the lower gears, it does hurt. I have a rule of thumb. By the time you turn your steering, you need to be off the brakes. You need to be in the correct gear. That makes cornering a lot easier. But what will also help, if you've got a car that's spinning when you go to lower gears, is go to your gear ratio. Now this works in the Formula A, the Ariel Atom, even some of the old F1 cars. Now first gear, it's very, very short, which means if you knock it down into first too soon, it will lock the rears. So knock first and second gears up. The problem is with this car, you can't really adjust them in detail, so it may make the gears too long. We're about to find out. You know, the Formula A second gear really annoyed me. I'm talking proper annoyed me. Someone sent me a video of people driving around Monza, absolutely thrashing it down the gears at a ridiculous rate of knots without spinning the car. And it bugged me so much I had to spend some time going through it and trying to work out how. Now I did it as a live stream, and I've put the videos onto the YouTube page on my YouTube channel. It was a 5-hour video in total, or 5-hour live stream, which I split it up into 15-minute clips. But the first, I think, 4 video clips is all about the Formula A and second gear, and I even try it at a number of different tracks. Now obviously all I have changed in this car is first and second gear ratio. I've still got good acceleration, but by doing this, elongating those first few gears, okay, I'm sideways there, but that's because we're in first gear for the hairpin, and we wouldn't usually be. It gives you better traction having the longer gear. So if you are in a car like the Formula A, you can be much more aggressive on the throttle. And those curbs there is why you want a soft suspension. Okay. Now I will admit, that little change of the gears, the car just now does feel much more perky. Feels like it's handling a little nicer. And it's strange how altering just the gear ratio seems to completely affect how the car is handling. Okay, let's be really aggressive here. So all the way down to first gear, not a problem. Now, turn one may be a little trickier because of the nature of the corner. Downhill braking zone, and obviously it's a bit of a kink right, but we'll see how we get on. So he banged it into first. I've had a little bit of a wobble, but that's not a problem. So on the next lap, I'll try braking much deeper. So try and take the corner at its maximum speed. But again, you've still got the problem of this car is not as quick as, say, the Aston Martins or the Zonda. I mean, time trial around Donny. In this car, I was about 4 seconds slower than the Zonda. Now again, a bit sideways there, but that's because I'm just too deep on the brakes. So if you combine this gear ratio change with braking a little earlier and making sure you're off the brakes by the time you get to the corner, you will not have much of a problem. Okay, let's try and go. I don't want to go very late on the brakes for turn one. I want to try and brake at the right sort of point. We'll see how we get on. So down to first gear, not a problem. Okay, we're sliding a bit, but again, it's because we're just too aggressive on the brakes there. For a little more patient and braking better, wouldn't have that. But it has gone from being tail happy, totally uncontrollable, to you can now thrash it down the gears if you need to and get around the corner. Okay, let's have a look at some of these messages. Neo, when I join my mates, if there is room in there, I will invite you and Marty in. I mean, one of the things that, with Front Row Racing, one of the things we have always tried to do is like, yeah, have a laugh, but try and race clean. Accidents happen, but I think you can have a lot of fun from having good, clean, close racing. But there we go. Oh yeah, I can't stand those people. Right, okay, I'm going to jump out of there. I hope that's helped with the gear ratio thing. It's surprising how much that can actually help you with cars that are very, very twitchy under braking. If you do that gear ratio change and you still have the problem, it could be that your brakes are locking up. But I'm not going to go back onto track right now, but what I will do, I'll show you the time trial screen if you haven't seen it. In the GT class, which is where the Porsche GT3 comes under, the Pagani Zonda, top of the list. And that's because the Pagani Zonda is the much faster car. It's a tricky car to drive, but it is a much faster car. I don't know if anyone has on here use the Aston Martin, but it's all Pagani Zonda. Pagani Zonda, Pagani Zonda, Pagani Zonda, Pagani Zonda. Okay, having a look at a different lap. 24-hour Le Mans. It's all Pagani's under. No worries, Marty. Glad I can help. I don't mind helping people out when they're struggling, as long as I know how to help them out. But the gear ratio thing, it is key. Right, okay, I've been receiving loads of chat requests and race invites and stuff from my friends, so let's go and see what they're all up to. So we'll probably get in there, there'll be lots of swearing and all that kind of thing. So you have to bear with me a few moments. I thought I had a chat request from him. Although it was half an hour ago, so it may have... yeah, the invitation can no longer be used. Steve, if you're watching the live feed, send me another invite, please, when you can. I need to go and beat Kev around there. I can't have him beating me around Donington Park. It's my home track. The thing is, he's secretly been... He knows I'm doing this time trial challenge, so he's secretly been working on Donington Park. And I know he has, because while I was skipping through a moment ago, I saw his name on a few of the lists. He's tried. Yeah, when the party's up, I'll invite people in. Okay, touring cars. Sierra Cosworth. But yeah, I mean that gear ratio thing. It's surprising what a difference it can make. I mean, if you use traction control, you could probably do that gear ratio change and take traction control off up to a point in the power of the cars. No, I don't think I've tried taking the Cosy round here on this particular view, but I'll put it on for a lap while I'm finishing off my smoke. Now, I know people may get a bit bored of me driving around Donington Park, but I am only going to be on it for a couple of minutes. But at the same time, it is good if you're good at a track, then use it for all the different cars so you can get used to the cars. It can help. Because, I mean, if you know what a decent race car handles like around a particular track, I'll have to quickly press pause. I've received my party invitation. So let's see what he's up to. Ah, they're in there. Okay. You guys still racing? Or have you finished?
Just finished the race.
Okay. You have to send me an invite then.
Yeah, we'll do. Just waiting for the race to finish if it's not already.
I've got a couple of people that won't mind joining if that's alright. Say again? No, it's not.
Is it your new Twitch friend?
Yeah. He was alright when he was in with us. I don't think he knows who you are.
That shouldn't make any difference.
No, that's true. I will be in a moment. Now, because I've messed up that lap. Alright. Yeah, you're right. Donington Park is a good track. Only if you don't use the limited edition. Only if you don't use the limited edition Merc, because that's ridiculously faster than all the other cars.
That's not my fault. You ain't got a thing.
Just as long as it's not them BMW M3, don't have to.
So what if I DTM for the previous from the smartphone? Oh, I think it's a really
No, I didn't mean to brother, I was just looking at it.
I'm not a big fan of not a big fan of Snetterton.
whoa. Yeah, Josh, you going that, I'm going there.
Alright. Alright, Neo and Martin sending you an invite now.
Because of the delay, you'll probably find that they'll receive it before you've said it.
Yeah, probably. Well, Marty's gone for a smoke. He says he's got the invite anyway. So where the hell is this track?
It's in America. Apart from that, I haven't got a fucking clue.
Fair enough. I don't think I've ever driven around that one. But
It's probably on Hawaii or something.
is it on
Hey,
cars, set cars, or can we pick
you can pick from the list.
from the list? Let's find one I haven't driven yet. Oh, go on then. The McLaren. So I've just driven the McLaren road car. That's got DRS on it.
Cool.
It's also got KERS, but it's a weird KERS because I was pressing the button and sometimes it'd work a little bit, and then other times it seemed to be automatic. So I don't know whether it's always automatic, but it's not like the LMP1 where if you go flat out it'll start, it'll kick in. I don't know what it was. I don't know how it was working out. It was a weird car. But the Ariel Atom is still a hell of a lot quicker than it round some tracks. I'm going to invite them into the party as well, because they have got mics. They do say they don't talk much though, only to apologise. What I'd say, Steve, is if you want to click go, you can, because they can always come in during your quali session or whatever you've got.
Okay. Yeah.
Zhuhai.
Oh, it's China.
China, bloody hell, never. I wonder if is it the actual China F1 track?
No. The layout looks more like the A1 ring, Red Bull ring.
Alright. Oh, yesterday I was sent a video which was hinting at F1 2015 being delayed. I've been sent another one today that's saying it's not being delayed. Basically what it was, in Germany, the press release has been delayed, something to do with the licensing laws. They're not allowed to show moving pictures of F1 2015 yet, for some reason. So the press release has been delayed to June the 9th, but the game is not delayed from what we're hearing. This McLaren's a lot quieter than I thought it'd be. That looks like it's going to be a nasty corner.
Oh, wind the steering on. Okay, now wind it off again. Oh, okay, now.
I worked out this morning how to get the Formula A to handle nicely in the braking zones and not spin out on downshifts. Yep. I've put it on videos on my my YouTube channel. But basically, it was as simple as make first, second, and third gear longer, and it works on quite a few cars as well. The Ariel Atom, the Gumpert, even some of the old Lotus F1s. You should still be able to join now, Marty. Or if you join the chat party, click on one of our names, and you should be able to, or click on my name, you should be able to join the game. Oh, there's a little bit of a sausage curb in the middle of that corner. Oh, sorry, Ray, if I knocked you off then. Oh, brake way too late for that corner. Balls. I bet he's still got assists on though, Kev. I'm on none at the minute.
I'm on none.
You flashing your Tic Tacs at me?
Yeah, get out of my bloody way.
You could have just asked.
I didn't know who it was.
I hope you crash now.
I probably will. Oh, I'm 2 tenths down now.
Trying to drive while reading messages is not a good idea. Oh, just had a big lag then. Oh, Mr. Ruddy breaking point. I wonder. It's not quite high anyway. The Porsche GT3 is an easy to handle car. It's alright.
I'm a beginner, you know.
That's true. They'll never listen, Kev. They'll never listen. I mean, to be fair, there's some cars on this game where even I'm going to have to turn assists on just to be semi-competitive. Turn 1 is a bit of a pain in the backside round here.
I'm in the wall again. Oh, flipping heck.
Not a bad lap. And not enough time to get another one in. Well, I only got the one bloody lap in there. If I'd have been able to do that lap at the start, I may have gone quicker later on. I think someone's just gone flying off in front of me. I wasn't looking. I just looked up and saw a massive dust cloud. Right.
Green, green, green.
Hardy's quick in a straight line. Oh no, not going to make the corner. Bloody hell. Oh, got a car next to me. I'm there. Whoever's in that position, I'm there. That's alright. Oh, nearly had Ray then. I was too busy looking in my mirrors. Oh, second to last in half a lap. Not a good start. Ooh, that got wobbly. Let's go catch him up. Oh, Ray nearly hit him. Who was that then?
It's alright, my bad. Oh, I'm blowing off.
Oh, sorry, Ray. Yep. Unlucky. Oh no, I'm off. Ooh. Right, let's catch the next one. Oh, big wobble, not good. So I was trying to lead you into it, but it didn't work.
The one time you get that corner right, I'm trying to go up the inside. Nah, I broke too early for that one.
According to my timing, my potential's a 1 minute dead. Oh, it's not going to go well. Oh, too deep. Come on, go. Go. I am going to catch you before the end.
I'm trying to back him into you.
Your lap time's a little bit erratic. Try and line up some strong, consistent laps. Keep focused and get back on it.
Oh no!
Unlucky.
Oh, it's going again. Come on.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Josh, why did you crash into me? Oh, hilarious. No. That's not quite. Whose TV is really loud? Freaking can't.
Go, go, go. No, don't go wide. Ooh, thank God you messed that up as well. I'm not planning on doing it, but it could happen. Well, can't argue with that. Started second, finished second.
I started fourth and finished fourth.
Yeah, Neo, I agree with you. It would be nice if Ferraris were on the game, but I'm guessing that's something to do with the bloody licensing laws. And Ferrari... Yeah.
Yeah, the reason I hate you, Josh, was so I got disqualified, because, like, I had to go do something.
Yeah, I
I
know.
was mid-race, I just couldn't bother, so I didn't want to hit anyone else, because I don't know how they react, but I know with you, you probably just go, oh, Thompson, and then try and start them on Thursday, but I'll have you.
Yeah, I know with Ferraris they made that crap bloody Ferrari challenge game.
See you on the podium.
I think they're licensed to that. Gran Turismo.
You're doing a stream again?
I am, yes. I have been for a while now.
Which one? Oh, I'm streaming as well. I know she is. Well, I've got 0 watches, apart from me now.
It was weird because I was on this morning. I came on about 4 o'clock this morning for about 5 hours, and I had more views in that time than I'd had in the last 2 weeks put together.
Yeah, Americans, isn't it?
No, surprisingly not. I'm just going to send someone an invite.
Oh, hello, dickhead.
So you're doing this policy is full of all those
It's full of, it's only got 7, so 7 about another.
Oh, it looks like it.
Quiet, Cam.
No, I'm changing it. I just changed it to fixed cars.
Oh, fish card, mate.
Cam.
I was surprised. That was actually quite a nice
Take
track,
yourself,
that.
so can I,
Yeah, pretty easy to get the groove on. I know I did it one
Yeah. That Audi is fairly bloody quick.
Second.
oh, bro.
You got any assists on, Paul?
Ooh, Ricky.
Traction. Okay. You know, you could, if you take it off and you find it a bit too tail happy in the low gears, make your first few gears a little longer. It helps massively. Right, Neo, I have sent you an invite, mate. I'm not in control of the lobby though,
Class, you got a game.
so I don't know when it'll click go.
If there's one more coming imminently, I'll wait.
Class, you got a game.
He will be on his way shortly, I'm sure.
You got a game, mate.
He is now on the game.
I believe this might be Ray's first time round Monza Short, but I believe he's seen it before.
Ah, right, okay. That's not too bad then.
Fucking hell, mate. I told you a game, mate.
I'll click go as soon as I finish the smoke and I'm 3/4 of the way through it.
Yeah, I tell you what, I don't know what them bloody painkillers were you gave me last night, but for half an hour I'm sat there thinking, this ain't doing anything, this ain't doing anything. So I made the mistake of taking a couple more than about 20 minutes later, I'm like, I need to do something, I'm not in pain anymore, but I need to do something. I know, I'll go on Project Cars. 5 hours later, I'm like, I think I better go to bed.
Yeah. They're pretty good.
Although
Apparently, you
Go
know,
on.
I was told, I was in hospital, like when I was last in hospital, there's a bloke opposite me asking about what meds I'm on. I told him. He said, oh, they're fucking good for getting high on, they are. It says clubbers use them, you know.
Well, yeah.